Hello everybody, it's March 19th, 2011. There's a lot of people out there who have a biased opinion on pot, or marijuana, or cannabis, or the green, or the dope, you know, all that. There's a lot of people who hate it, and I think that people hate it because, well, number one, it's illegal, so people are automatically assume that people who do it are criminals. I mean, that's just our society. We judge. We judge before we even know a person, and it's ridiculous. We live in a society now where we can't even walk up to a person and say, "How you doing?" without getting some, "Do I know you? Wow, no one need. What the fuck? You know, leave me alone." That's what they're gonna tell you. Leave me alone. Or, you know, you'll get the occasional nice person who's like, "Hey, you know, hi, how you doing?" And then the conversation dwindles to nothing. But anyway, we're getting off track. Marijuana. So let's look at some facts and myths about marijuana, shall we? Myth. One is what it does to your brain. First off, they say that whenever you smoke cannabis, you lose short-term memory and occasionally some long-term memory. Bullshit. Bullshit. I mean, everyone I know who has a head on their shoulders, who is smart and actually gives a damn, are stoners. No, I mean, really. Another one would be that it causes us to go frantic. You know, we have to have it. We have to have it. We don't have to have it. We don't have a dependency on it. You know, I mean, 99% of marijuana smokers aren't daily smokers, are occasional smokers. You know, that's 99% of them. 99% of us. You know, I mean, shit, come on. Another thing that gets a lot of people hating marijuana is that it's a gateway drug. Yeah, it's a gateway drug, okay. Now, they base this on crazy-ass statistics. You know, they ask people who have done harder drugs if they've done marijuana before. Of course they're going to say yes, because marijuana is, I don't consider it a drug. I mean, fuck, I smoke. I mean, what's, it's not a drug to me. I mean, THC is, of course, but the plant, you know, it's a plant. You know, it's here for a reason. Before it was illegal, almost all of the world had textiles that were made from cannabis, clothing made from hemp, from cannabis, rope. Almost all the world's rope was made from cannabis before this shit became legal. I mean, everything. Shit, you can actually get the chemicals to make gasoline for our cars. I mean, it's ethanol, but 1 acre of that can make 4 times the amount of 1 gallon of oil. Holy crap, think about that. Just think about that. I mean, our dependency on oil could be solved in a matter of seconds. It could be. I mean, it could be now, too. Shit, we have solar power, you know, we have solar energy. Shit works. We just don't see it happening. You know, where it is happening, it's not our town, you know, it's some big fancy place. Because it's aesthetically great looking, you know, I mean, it's all aesthetics, it really is. They don't want to make power out of solar power. Why? Because it's free, you know, you don't have to pay for it. But no. And we get stuck with the electric companies and low water companies and everything else, you know, and our dependency on all this shit could be resolved by growing pot. Growing pot. 1 acre of cannabis can make as much paper as 4 acres of trees. Now, if we grew more pot, we put more trees in the ground, that'd create more oxygen. I mean, that would help our planet out substantially. If we put cannabis in the ground, and we actually like cropped it for paper and textiles and clothing and rope and everything that it could ever be, we wouldn't have any problems, man. That's why it's illegal. That is why it's illegal. The government wants to make money off of it. They gave us these drugs. I mean, weed, of course, it's a plant that grows in the wild. It is, you know, but, I mean, they put this stuff on the streets, and then they arrest you for carrying it. Not only do they take your stuff, but they take your money too. Now that goes directly to them. So now you're broke and you're weedless. And it's because the government took it from you. It's because the government gave it to you. Reefer Madness, made in 1936. Reefer Madness portrayed these high school kids who were great students, and they'd go to their friend's house, after school, after grabbing a milkshake at the diner. They'd go over there to a friend Jack's house, who was a drug dealer, and they'd smoke out with him. Well, apparently there was a scuffle because of a love affair between one of these kids who went over and smoked a couple times, and the girl actually showed up to the house, and he had an affair with one of Jack's friends, and yeah, these two stoners got into a scuffle, and Jack pulled a gun to knock this guy over the head with it just to calm him down. Well, he struggled for it because he didn't want to get hit again, and Jack definitely shot his wife, or his girlfriend. Killed her. Well, it portrays this guy falling to the ground, being knocked out, down on the ground, and he thinks that it's these effects of marijuana, and that's how they portray it to you in the film. I mean, it's a film that's made by a guy talking to you about the effects of marijuana, and they pushed it into every public school. And in 1937, marijuana became illegal. Why? Because they brainwashed you into doing it. They didn't throw out facts like the ones that I just said. No, they didn't. They kept it all. They kept it all. Because they don't want you to know the truth. Because if you knew the truth, we'd be getting somewhere in this world. We would. We would be sitting on our asses, going day by day, watching television for 6 hours, instead of doing something active. We wouldn't be stuffing our faces with this shit that they call fast food. I mean, fast food, it's grease in a fucking bag. That's all it is. I mean, it's delicious grease in a bag sometimes, and it's kind of vital for our survival whenever, we're kind of high, but, I mean, every problem could be solved. We could give people the ability to smoke it and sell it legally, our economy would skyrocket. But they don't want that to happen. No, they wanna crush the economy. Why? Because they want to make you so weak that you will not refuse a one world order, a police state in the United States. It's already a police state in Iraq, and we just started bombing Libya today. Hosted by us, the US of A, First Strike warfare. Now, if you ask me, that's a little over the edge. We don't need to start problems with anyone. We're only over there because they're oil. They want to skyrocket the price of oil so much that you won't be able to pay for it. And if you are able to pay for it somehow, they're going to skyrocket it again. Why? Because they don't want you doing anything. They want you to be sheep. They want you to close your eyes and hear everything that you hear on the television and on the radio. And, I mean, metaphorically, they want you to close your eyes and listen to everything that's broadcasted on television. And whenever our eyes are actually open, what happens? We get hit with subliminal messages like crazy. We hear all this bad shit that's going on in the world, but we never worry about the good stuff. We never worry about the good things in life. It's like we are at destruction and yawn at creation. Bad news is the news, There's no good news. You don't see anyone commemorated for anything that they do, unless it's a politician. That's the only person, or a decorated police officer, or, you know, the occasional military man in Iraq. They make it sound so bad. They make it sound like we're the ones getting killed over there, when thousands, and which could eventually be millions, are being slaughtered over there. Why? Because we have this bloodthirsty thirst for oil, you know? I mean, we crave it so much. Because we drive to work, we drive everywhere we go. You know, we don't have our legs anymore. Fucking walking is out of the question now. Shit. I walk like 3 miles a day. You know, I stay in shape, you know, I stay fit. You know, I mean, our public system can't do that. No. Because if you're out of your car, you're walking to a fucking gas station, you're walking to your house, you're walking into a supermarket, you know, you're walking into the next thing. You're not just walking to walk. You're not just walking to exercise. You know, and then, I mean, we had this huge epiphany. Holy crap, we're getting obese. What should we do? So we came out with all this crap, this diet junk. No, I mean, if you have a Diet Coke and you have a Coke in front of you, drink the Coke. And you know why that is? I mean, it might be less sugar content in the diet, and there might not be caffeine in it. But in a survey and tests have been done on this, in a week, people were given diet soda and regular soda. They were supposed to stay on their original diets like they had already been doing. You know, a week later they come back. The people who had regular Coke, you know, they lost more weight than the people who were drinking diet. That should give you some insight. You know, that should give you some knowledge. Be like, holy crap, you know what? I should look into the stuff that I'm putting in my mouth. I should actually take heed, you know, and warning, and actually understand everything that's going on. And then maybe, just maybe, I might be able to change things for the better. But no. If you want to lose weight, you have to lose weight. No, you have to lose weight. And why is that? You have to lose weight. Because if you are bigger, you're not pretty. You know, you're not attractive. You're only attractive if you have fucking nice titties. You know, nice body. You know, good looking face. That good hair. You know, that nice clean look. People are so judgmental these days. It's just pathetic. And one thing that they're completely judgmental on is marijuana users and abusers. Apparently we're abusers now, but you get my drift. You know? I mean, we are good people. We are. I mean, we really are. Some of the most polite, some of the most caring, you know, meaningful people that I've ever met, you know, are stoners. Or, you know, they smoke pot occasionally. Either way, they've realized that this thing that they outlawed is a good thing. And they support it wholly. And I'm not just talking like a little bit. You know, usually a stoner who smokes knows about the stuff that he smokes. Unless you're just completely retarded and you put anything in your fucking body. I don't know, I've done a ton of research. I mean, you guys can all find this. It's all available to you. I mean, just look it up, you know, just do the right thing and open your eyes. You know, if we actually accepted marijuana, we would be golden, you know, we would have a great economy, you know, we would have cheap clothing, you know, and personal possessions wouldn't be as expensive. Everything would go down. And if they started cultivating that for oil, we would have to have a war in Iraq in the first place. And that's what we should have done in the 60s and 70s, you know, they had an uproar, but they didn't hit the main target. The main target is that the government is taking over. They really are. Martial law will be initiated. But I'll get that in a later video.